Hello, it's Mama Jess. I'm planting onions right now in the evening. It was really hot today, so I'm getting out in the cool of the day. It's Father's Day, and I was thinking about a lot of you that you might not have dads around, or that somehow the family is divorced or strained, or your dad is mean or neglectful or a narcissist or who knows what. So I know Father's Days can be difficult. But what I wanted to do right now as I'm planting, I wanted to listen how your day is. And I know I'm kind of making this up. I don't know exactly how to do it, but I want to ask you questions. And though I can't hear you, I would like you to write them down in your journal. And I wish that I could have every lonely child in this country, in my kitchen and just hear how you're doing. Because I know how meaningful that is to have someone to talk to. So I'm going to be doing my thing, and I'm going to ask you some questions and just write down those answers. And there we go. So I'm going to get my onions. These are onions. This is a spoon, and I'm going to be planting them with this. I wish you could see me a little bit while I talk with you. Here we go. Okay. Anyway, the first thing is, how are you doing today? Are you feeling lonely, bored, sad? Again, I trust if you're at my website, it's because you don't have anybody. And so I trust you're not feeling really well, which is completely reasonable under the circumstances. You should feel sad if it's a sad situation, so I don't want you to be hard on yourself. So, yeah, how are you feeling? What's been going on? Have you had any interactions with people? And how did that go? Have you had anybody be really mean to you? What did they do and how did it make you feel? Because I don't like when anybody treats you poorly. It makes me mad. And I know, because I'm older, that a lot of those kids are just sad themselves, but it doesn't change the fact that they're guilty of being mean. Are there any positive things that happened today? And why do you think they were positive? Whenever I'm pulling apart two plants, I'm very, very gentle on the roots, because the roots are the most important part. And a lot of what I'm trying to work in your lives right now is developing a root system. Because if your roots are long and deep and strong, you can withstand anything that's going on the outside. Heat and cold and bugs and trouble and bullies. It doesn't matter because your roots are strong. So that's what we're working on right now. So oftentimes we're expected to focus so much on the outside and choose to be joyful and happy and all these things. And it's nonsense, because we got to get our needs met on the inside, and then you'll be strong and capable of withstanding all kinds of things. So I would love for you to take that time to just know I'm thinking about you, and I pray for you. I'm always seeking wisdom of how I can help. And I just want you to know that you're going to feel better. Things are going to get better. I've been through the darkest days you can't even imagine, and I'm so glad that I stuck through it. Because now I love the life that I have worked for. So much happier and stronger and more peaceful. And I don't need anybody to accept me. Not one. And that is probably my greatest freedom. Because I know oftentimes you're told that you need to, not be discriminated and have everybody like you or everyone get along. It's just so silly. Because that's not the world we live in, There's a lot of mean people in this world. You might have been mean to people too, and we shouldn't be that way. Whenever I see little bugs that I know I don't want around, I just squish them with my fingers. So if you see things in your life that aren't good for you, of course I don't want you to squish them with your fingers, but I want you to get away from these kinds of people. So back to the questions, are there any things that you were thinking that you'd like to do today? Any kind of activities you'd like to take up, things you think would be interesting? I think it's always nice to do some art. I've done a lot of art in my life, and learned to play an instrument and sing, and I wrote a lot of music. I'm going to share some music with everybody soon. Of course, I learned about growing food, which is amazing. Never ceases to blow my mind how awesome it is. Because there's a lot of parables about life in it too. Like, in order to grow anything, you have to break the soil. It can't be hard. So I've got to break it, and I've got to work it and make it soft to receive the seed or the plant. So it's the same as our soul. We have to go through times when we feel broken. You know, we're just broken, deeply broken. But that increases the likelihood of us to be open to receiving seeds into our heart, in our mind, and go, yeah, I need to learn that. And then we bear fruit. You know, we start growing fruitful things in our lives through that brokenness, because we learn to be compassionate to people. We learn to be compassionate with ourselves. So I do hope you've been able to be easy on yourself today, knowing that you're probably going through hard times and you're transitioning out of this kind of a dark, sad season, because you're clearly seeking. If you have found me, you have definitely found someone who I sought for 25 years hard, and I found everything I was looking for. And now I want to pass it along. So I'll leave you with those questions, and just know that I'm proud of you. And I really don't want you to care what anybody thinks of you if you're doing the right thing. I want you to care about doing what's right and not about likes on this whole social media thing. Preferably, if you could get away from that, that would be best. Or just only find the positive ones. And another cool thing, what I know about working the soil, this is soil I've been working for 1 year, and it's not easy, because you have to have good soil in order to grow anything. That actually becomes more important than the plant. But you're always pulling out rocks when you're first working the soil, and that's kind of like our soul. When you're going through your soul for the first time and you're breaking it up, or it's been broken, there's all kinds of rocks and things that come out. Things that you want to get out of there. So you just take it and you chuck it out. Throw it far away from the area that you're trying to cultivate to grow new life. I love mud, and I love sitting in it, and I like getting it on my body. It's just so cool, and it feels good, and it actually keeps the mosquitoes away, because I'm getting bug eaten a little bit. So I'll do that for now. But I sure wish you were here, and I wish I could listen, and I wish you could see that I really want the best for you, and I'm hopeful for you. Because again, I've been through a lot. Didn't think I'd make it. Okay, do I have any other questions for you today? I just mostly want you to talk about the positive things and the negative things, and how did they make you feel, and how can you move closer to positive things and away from negative things, and just keep bringing positive into your life. Even if you're in a really difficult environment, if you're in a crummy neighborhood, crummy house, see if you can find just little pockets of cool things that make you feel connected to something really rich and valuable and meaningful and creative. Even if you just get a journal and you're writing, or if you get a pad, like an art pad, and you draw, just be with yourself and just shut out everything that is chaotic and crazy and mean people and all that, and get your eyes fixed on your greatest goal and what you really value, and every single day move in that direction and you'll get there. Okay, I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.